You know your cat is happy. The purr at dinner time, the zoomies after a bath, the rub against your legs when you come home. Those are real, but they are not what this video is about. Because there is a difference between a cat who has happy moments and a cat whose life is genuinely deeply good. And that difference is visible if you know what to look for. One of the signs happens in their sleep. One is a sound most owners completely misread, and one of the strongest signs looks at first like your cat wanting nothing to do with you. These are 6 behaviors researchers link not just to comfort, but to thriving. Welcome back to Feline Mind. Your cat is asleep, paws twitching, eyelids flickering. A tiny muffled chirp slips out. Most people think that is cute. It is more than cute. Those are signs of deep REM sleep. And deep REM is not something a stressed cat drops into easily. A 2025 study of cats found a massive correlation between sleep quality and the frequency of fears, anxieties, and frustrations. Sleep and psychological health are nearly inseparable. For your cat to reach that state, they have to feel safe enough to become completely defenseless. If your cat regularly sprawls out and dreams visibly, their body is telling you, this life feels safe enough to fully switch off. There is a sound your cat makes that most owners completely ignore. You have probably assumed it means one thing. It means something else entirely. During a really good play session, listen closely, not to the vocalizing, but to the breathing. Some cats make a loose, rhythmic, breathy huff that sounds different from their normal pant. Researchers call it the play pant. It shows up almost exclusively during genuinely positive play. Not during training, not during rest, not during stress. Stress panting is tight and fast. This sound is freer. The mouth is softer. If you hear it, your cat is not just active. They are experiencing real joy. Think about your cat's entire day yesterday. How many genuinely different things did they do? Not just sleep and eat, but scratch something with total focus. Play for the sake of playing, or lie in a patch of sunlight just because it was there. Welfare science calls this behavioral diversity. How many different healthy behaviors your cat expresses across a day? A cat in chronic stress becomes behaviorally narrow. They survive, they manage, they repeat. A thriving cat has enough psychological space to be a whole cat. A knock at the door, a strange noise in the yard, a new person in the room. Your cat either trots over with curiosity or freezes and retreats. That split-second reaction is not random. It is a readout of their entire emotional history. Researchers call this judgment bias. Cats in a positive emotional state approach quickly, as if expecting something good. Cats in a negative state hesitate or avoid. A persistently optimistic cat is one whose accumulated experiences have built a genuine expectation that good things happen. It tells you something a slow blink cannot. It tells you what kind of world your cat thinks they live in. Every cat startles, a pan drops, a door slams, a firework goes off 3 streets over. The startle itself is not the test. The recovery is. You might only notice the flinch, but you need to watch what happens after. That is when you realize some cats shake it off in 10 seconds and go back to sleep. Others stay hypervigilant for 30 minutes. Same sound, completely different nervous system response. The speed of recovery is a readout of allostatic load, the cumulative burden of chronic stress. When that load is low, the nervous system bounces back fast. When your cat bounces back in seconds, you are not seeing toughness. You are seeing a nervous system that trusts it can return to safety. Sometimes your cat gets up from the couch, walks to another room, lies down in a quiet corner, and goes to sleep without looking back. If you are like most owners, you feel a tiny sting of rejection. Something in you wants to follow them to check if everything is okay. Do not follow them. That might be the best compliment your cat has ever paid you. Voluntary retreat is one of the strongest welfare signals researchers have identified, because for a cat to do this, they must feel secure enough to stop monitoring the room. They must trust that you will still be there when they come back, and they must have the freedom to choose. Choice and control is a fundamental component of positive welfare. A thriving cat chooses solitude, settles into a relaxed posture, and can be approached without startle. Do not read it as distance, read it as confidence. Next time something startles your cat, time the recovery. Not the startle itself, that is universal. Watch how long it takes for them to shake off, settle, and return to normal behavior. That duration is a practical welfare indicator you can track over time. A cat that recovers fast is a cat whose life supports that recovery. 6 behaviors, none of them loud, all of them backed by peer-reviewed science. Ask yourself, do they sleep deeply? Do they play with real joy? Do they expect good things? Do their days have richness and variety? Can they choose quiet without fear? And do they recover quickly when the world briefly startles them? Because a truly good life does not just create happy moments. It creates a cat whose body can rest, whose mind can explore, whose emotions can stay open, and whose nervous system can keep finding its way back to calm. If your cat shows even a few of these signs consistently, that is a beautiful thing. It means their life does not just feel fun. It feels safe, full, and worth waking up into. And you did that. Your cat cannot tell you their life is good with words, but they are telling you every single day. Maybe now you can hear them. If this changed how you see your cat, share it with someone whose cat deserves to be understood. And if you want to know the deepest compliments your cat pays you that you probably miss every day, watch this next video on Feline Mind. It connects directly to everything